Alright, let's start us off. You won't have too terrible of a time getting to the first emerald. It's actually pretty far from here. So for the most part, breeze through the stage like you normally would. And I picked Sonic to show you how to get to him the hard way, because if I did Tails and Knuckles, well, you're not really finding out. Keep pressing on right, don't really take a lot of detours. Alright, now see this part right here with the spikes? Once you get here, you'll know you're getting close. Alright. Now the first one's pretty easy to miss. It's at this point right here. This wall breaks away, but don't worry, if you have Tails, you can fly back up and make sure not to hit it. The first Chaos Emerald is pretty simple. Just collect the Bruce Spheres and eventually you'll catch up to the darn thing. You won't have to straggle too much for rings, though I do recommend at least getting the first set. And see, I'm already about to catch up to it. Cutting corners also helps too. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it's gonna make wide turns. If you cut corners, that's you catching up to it just a little bit. Alright, the next two won't be until Act 2, so we're gonna have to complete the stage. Alright. Now, this one you're gonna really want to stay on the higher path for. Go back here, get on this spring. Tails, why do you keep dying? You want to stay on the higher path as much as possible. If you fall, have Tails fly you up. Now, this part's important. You come to your first star pole. When you see it, you'll see these floating platforms. You want to get on them and jump up here. And now you can see the ring on the other side of the wall. You can't get it from here, so you'll have to go over here. Now this part's tricky. As soon as something gets on land, jump off real quick, because it'll carry you off and you won't be able to get up here unless Tails flies you up. Now this is when these things start taking shortcuts. Be mindful of them, because it's really hard to get this one. This tripped me up the first time. I wouldn't recommend getting the rings over the floating spikes. I always try to get these trail rings instead. Because of the shortcut this one takes, it gets ahead of you really, really easily. So I always try to keep an eye on it. If you're feeling confident, take them, but I really would rather skip these rings. And that is Chaos Emerald number 2. Now for 3, you want to go to as far down as you can to the water parts of the stage. Oh crap. Alright. Get the flame shield and walk back this way so you can go down here. You pretty much want to come all the way to the bottom. Goodness. Now you know you're going the right way when you get to this area. If you see this area, you're on the right path. Alright. Careful on this part, because this is the last star pole before Eggman. Do not go beyond this point. Instead, backtrack. This part's a little hard because of what it requires you to do. Get that out your way first so it doesn't mess you up. And you want to have the Tails AI fly you up here. Probably explain. Alright, to get the Tails AI to fly, look up and then hit A twice, or X, whatever you happen to be playing it on. And you want to be up here when you get this stuff. Not hit that red spring. Alright, and it puts you in this area. Now this part really sucks. It's really hard to get around here. What you need to do. Wait for Tails to come back, and what you're gonna do is gonna fly up here. This will take extreme trial and error, so you'll get frustrated. I got frustrated. Watch out for that up there. Tails will grab onto that and you'll fall down. I actually wasn't trying to demonstrate that, but best example is the live one. Goodness, this should not be taking this long, but whatever. Poke the wall as much as you can so Sonic can get off. You don't need this, but I just... yeah, that part. I was about to warn you about that part. God damn it. Alright. So once you get here, you're gonna jump down this pool. You want to come over here, jump on the spring, and that leads to the Chaos Emerald 3. For Chaos Emerald 3, grab as many of the early blue spirits and rings as you can. But this one takes a really huge shortcut that gets it really far ahead. Right here, instead of following the trail, jump to these rings instead, and try to get as many of these blue spirits as possible. Use these ramps as they do help you get a little closer to it. Now the blue spirits come back all the time, but the rings do not, so try not to get all the easy rings in the beginning. Can he do it? Yeah. And that would be the at EC3 Chaos Emeralds.